Hello everyone and welcome to Game 2 and another replay brought to you by Shiki StarCraft of this show match between Raven, MYM Raven, and iNcontrol EG of Team Evil Geniuses. So yeah, this was another one of the matches I casted on Saturday live on live stream, but the stream didn't go out very well and we didn't have enough viewers and it was crashing and lagging and I was very disappointed. Anyways, I am going to bring the replays here to you on YouTube, so you guys can watch them in 720p at your convenience. So we've got the blue Terran Raven spawning at the 12 o'clock position, and we've got iNcontrol spawning as the yellow Protoss again in the 6 o'clock position. So I don't see a supply depot yet. This could be interesting. Not sure what's going on here, but we'll find out. And iNcontrol getting his pylon up, fairly standard. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the music on a little just for you guys. I know one guy did ask for that, but I'm going to turn it down fairly low. Yeah, so you guys would love a little bit of music if there's any downtime or background noise. Anyways, oh, Barracks looking to come up here for Raven, very late actually. Refinery up as well, so this may be a modified Reaper harass. I don't know. Usually the barracks gets built very quick, and the supply depot coming up at 11 now as well. So interesting to see what's going to happen here, if this is going to create an advantage for Raven or not. iNcontrol look to be getting up his 12 gateway and then chrono boosting his probes as normal. First probe going to the 2 o'clock position, and then probably going to find Raven at the 12 is shortly after that. Since he doesn't have his ramp blocked, that scout is going to get in, is not going to see a barracks, is going to see gas and one supply depot, and instantly know what's going to happen. We'll see if iNcontrol is going to go straight for Cybernetics Core again, and then if he's going to skip his first Zealot and get an early Stalker out, that is fairly likely. So yeah, skipping that first Zealot and putting down that Cyber Core, going right back to mining. Very important. You don't... in the early game, you want all your workers to be active and never idle. Very, very important. If you can spam that F1 key anytime you can. Hey, we've got one Reaper coming out and a second barracks coming up. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going to be coming out of this. If he's going to go for a heavy Reaper harass, I don't know. No, we're seeing concussive shells being researched now. So we're more than likely going to see one Reaper harass followed up by a heavy amount of Stalkers. And with that, it's going to cause... Yeah, there is that first Zealot out and getting that second gateway, but the first Stalker is going to be a little bit delayed. This Reaper looks to be able to take that first Zealot out. This first Zealot, although he can't take out that Reaper, what he is able to do is chase the Reaper around and stop the Reaper from harassing the mineral line. Like, look, that Stalker couldn't get out in time, but with that first Zealot, he was able to distract the Reaper long enough for that first Stalker to do enough harassment. We don't have anything being produced here by iNcontrol now. We have a third gateway coming up. Not sure if I agree with that. Probably wants to get a couple more units out before getting that third gateway. But hey, he's the pro, I'm not. Next gas coming up as well, and we do have a second tech lab on these barracks. So we are getting heavy Marauders being pumped out. And like I was trying to say, getting that first Reaper makes iNcontrol want to go for heavy Stalkers, and thankfully for Raven, Stalkers don't do very well against Marauders. I mean, they are good against armored, but their attack is slower, and Marauders do deal a full 20 damage against the Stalkers. So now focusing down some probes, looks like he's got 2 kills. One Marauder does go down, so it's not really cost effective at this point. Trying to micromanage the Stalker back, very nice. Even with that concussive shells, he did extend the life of that Stalker enough to maybe get a couple sentries out here. And very important to notice here, all this while spending 100 minerals on an extra pylon up here in Raven's base. So we may see, if he can counter this early aggression, we may see iNcontrol go on the offensive here and get some counter aggression going on though. Having to pull 4 or 5 probes off the line, losing 2 now to these Marauders, not going to be good. Needs to chrono boost these Zealots and sentries out. As, yes, Zealot does come out, is slowed down though. Sentry's able to focus down the Marauders while this Zealot does attack it. Nice force field on the field here. Needs to get that away though. so that the force field is actually effective. If you put a force field there and still allow the Marauder to attack something, it's not effective. So now these Zealots are trying to push back these Marauders. Probably needs a third barracks up here to continue to produce. And it looks like back in his base he's getting another supply depot, still working off one gas, has his orbital command, and he's not researching anything else, no stims or anything, and he is supply locked, so that is bad news for Raven. If he didn't get supply locked, we may see this aggression actually work out a lot better, but now with warp gate tech being done, we are going to see units being warped in very fast. We have lots of chrono boost left. So 3 warp gates, nowhere near supply being supply locked, and now these Marauders are finished off. So these 2 gateways, or 2 barracks, still producing a few units. I don't know if I agree with that. You may want to cut your losses and see what happens. I'm going to pause the game here real quick, guys. I got to take a call. Alright, everyone, and welcome back. Sorry about that. I just had to take a quick phone call, so shouldn't be much of a delay for you. Anyways, we got a Marauder and a couple Reapers coming out here now. So this could be trouble for Raven here, as he's going to put on this pressure, but it's not going to be quite enough. That delay allowed iNcontrol to gather his forces. And we see him retreating now. What's going on here? He doesn't see anything, but if you do notice, we've got a proxy pylon here for iNcontrol at the south of Raven's base, and he's got 2 Zealots warped in, a sentry now as well. And we've got no forces here in Raven's base to deal with this. We've got tech labs coming on here for Raven, and we see a fast expansion coming down now. And oh, nice move by iNcontrol, putting a force field over the ramp, preventing these SCVs from getting out, allowing iNcontrol to morph in some or warp in some more units. Reaper coming here to try to help. Marauders trying to pick off some of these Zealots. But we've got 5 Zealots in the base here now, 4 iNcontrol, and this could be very, very troublesome, as now the economic damage that iNcontrol has done to Raven is just going to be maybe too much. And even though this command center is coming up, he's got no forces here to deal with it. He's under supply, as the Zealots were able to take out a couple of these supply depots. So frantically trying to build, but it's not going to be enough, and Raven does GG, and that gives iNcontrol a 2-0 lead in this best of 5 series. And hang tight, we'll bring you the game 3 just in a little bit.